for you to motherfucking world this podcast and me. Yo,
I see you looking.
Yeah, all right.
got some new stuff in the building.
It's kind of upsetting me, but
Got some new photo. I got that from the Chicago Institute of Art.
That's all right.
It's a nice little picture.
That's what I do.
Got some fan memorabilia. Got some more things. So we ain't been here in a little bit. Haven't potted. Shout out to Look Damien. Last guest we had on
Shout out to bro.
on the pod. Good
Peace,
man.
brother.
Make sure y'all go check out that episode. Dropped a lot of gems. But yeah, so we're supposed to talk about some stuff, but I just feel as though we should talk about something else now because something was brought to my attention. If you have kids, I don't got no kids, so this is not for me. But if you have kids, are you allowed to like have other people see your kids, like who aren't your significant, like are men you're talking to or women you're talking to allowed to just see your children like via like FaceTime or in person, or is that a no? I don't know what the rules are personally.
Start with brother.
No, we don't need to stop.
I'm just asking what are the rules. I'm just curious.
We had this conversation earlier. I didn't know this was where we're going today.
No, I'm just curious. Like,
Well,
could you like?
I thought this was off record.
Nah,
No,
this
we
wasn't.
were putting this on.
We were
I was
just
coming in hot, huh?
no, we were just talking earlier. Not me and you, but I'm talking about
That's what I'm saying.
As a collective.
I don't think that has nothing to do with what you just saw, though.
Before we just got it,
I don't think it has anything to do with what
we're talking
It
about
does because I said something.
FaceTiming people's kids.
Okay.
That's why I was just
I
curious.
FaceTime the parent, and then
The kid
You
was-
let him start then.
Well, that's what I'm
I'm the
saying.
parent.
So
What the
that's
hell?
my point. If you FaceTime a parent,
Yeah.
is it fair or foul for them to be like, you hear, and then little one gets on,
Is
and
this my first time
Little one.
on the phone?
I would assume like
Good question.
how many times do you like that's my bag. My question is like, for example, like my friend Mama Shay has a kid, so if I seen Dallas, like yes, I'd be like, hello Dallas, like that's not awkward.
That's not the question you're asking.
So that's my
No.
point. So
At all.
that's my ultimate point. My point is like for the people who are be dating, because like that's not my bag. So I don't know where these rules start and end. Like if you're dating, is there a certain threshold? Like is it 2 months? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it you can see the kid as long as you you respect it and you're just Mr. XY. Like how does this work? I'm just curious. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I'm about to say you the father that stepped up.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to them, but
Damn. Multiple.
I hope I can. But what was I about to say? I know there was a couple times I was on FaceTime.
Almost spit my drink up.
And kids may not have been in the room, then they just come, and then kids are nosy, and they're just like, "Hey, what's going on?" Then they, next thing you know,
So what is your bag when the kid wants to be like?
Say the bag. You gotta be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You gotta say what's up to the kid. If they're on the
just
phone,
jump in the camera,
Yeah.
you definitely have to be like, "Oh,
Okay.
what's
up,
How you
little
doing?
man?"
What's good?" Yeah, you gotta relax.
Okay. See, I ain't been there.
I learned my ways from him.
Oh wow.
I used to bang though. What's up, young king?
What's up,
queen?
young queen?
I gotta bring him up.
Okay.
But ultimately, I don't want to be in that situation.
You
bro.
don't want to.
Because it's like, here's the thing, man. You don't say anything. You're bad vibes at that point. You're bad vibes to the mom at that point. You're bad vibes. It's just like, no, okay. My kids just got on the camera. You're not saying anything to my kids. It's giving, you gotta accept me for me, all of me, and what I'm bringing with it, which is the kid.
Okay.
So you have to accept that. You have to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Spoken like a
So
true
my question
I'm
is
not vibing with it.
not from your standpoint of accepting as a man with a child.
Yeah, I'm not rocking.
So that's what I'm asking. So my thing is you're FaceTiming a shawty. J9 is upstairs. And as he runs down.
Phone is going this way. With
Okay,
me.
that's
I'm saying.
I'm
He's on my
curious.
shoulder. I'm doing this.
Oh, I'm just curious.
Back up. Back up.
Well, that's not everyone's vibe. So I'm just curious, like, what's
You don't show your children on
at all?
the yeah. So
that's a different vibe.
So FaceTime, you definitely not seeing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Talking. We might have talked.
So are they allowed to know that you have a kid? So they know that you have a kid. Whoever you're hiding the FaceTime from.
I mean, they should know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
boy, too deep, you know.
I'm just curious. Like, what is the bag? Like, where do we start and where does this start and stop? I'm just curious. Because my thing is that if you're dating someone and you want to accept them for all of them, like, yes, you should accept them for all of them. So like that would be the child too. So like, shouldn't you be able to like? I don't need you to be like best friends with the child. I need you to be buying my child gifts, but I would think some acknowledgement of, hey, I have a child. Hello.
Might buy your son a bike for Christmas, fuck nigga. That's lyrics. Those are lyrics.
Didn't sound like it. All I can say is, man, everything is always situational. Right? So we can start there.
That's very true.
Yeah,
But
it's very situational.
I just think it might just depend on your situation.
Yeah.
If you're ready and accepting, just like, okay, cool. I might be dating this nigga. I might be dating this woman. And like, cool, I'm just gonna have them around my kid. I think it can also bring issues up for your child. In the long run, it's just like, yo, I'm seeing my dad, I'm seeing my mom, always have someone around. It just depends on how many niggas or women that you about to introduce to your kid type shit. And it's just like, dog. Like, I grew up, bro, I'm just like, bro, I'm seeing all these people that's around me, that's my mom or my father's friend, bro. It's just like, bro, like, the fuck is this? What is this? Like, what is it, bro? That shit probably just, it don't mean nothing now as a kid for them, but they gonna grow up to
It doesn't mean it. You sure it don't mean nothing now?
to now. That's what I'm saying now. When you get older and you're like my age now, and you're realizing, oh, wow, my mother and my father had X, Y, and Z around me, and I've never seen this nigga again after whatever.
So many months.
Yeah, like, what is this, bro? Like, what the hell is this? What does that mean? You don't know what it means now, but you're going to get older and be like, damn, this is kind of wild. Like, maybe my father was wilding. Maybe my mother was wilding.
Is
So
it
it's
kind
just
of
like,
wild, or is it just how relationships like?
Or were they just dating
So at that point, right,
as adults?
you could not let them be around a kid.
That's a fact. But
So it doesn't even have to affect the child at the end of the day. Like, nigga, I can do me. They don't have to see these people. I didn't have to see these people. They could have still dated. I have a kid. Yes, I have kids too. I don't need to see them. I didn't need to see these people.
That's ultimately what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I understand
So
what you're saying.
I'm a fan of
Because I
that.
agree. Because like it's been times where it's just like somebody's child has jumped on the FaceTime and I'll just drop the phone.
So my thing is, at what age?
It's just like, oh yeah.
At what age is it like, all right,
Only-
I'm dating your mom at like
I
13?
think it's
Like,
about an age. I just think is like, yo, if we're
amount of
doing
time,
this,
yeah.
if we're doing this, cool. You can be around my kid at this point. Like, if we're just vibing,
Yeah.
we're just casually dating, we're doing us.
There's no reason for me to be around your
There's
child.
no reason for that at all. You know what I'm saying? But if we're gonna move
I'm
forward,
not even talking about like adults. Like if your parent, like I know people whose parents who got divorced during the pandemic, and their parents have started dating again, like type shit. They're like 28, 20. Like that's what I'm that's what I'm saying. I'm more curious. Is it like, are we saying this because we think it has something to do with like
smoking today?
the growth of the child and how the child feels about it, or is it like an uncouth thing? That's what I'm curious about.
things the child's not gonna think about it right now. The child doesn't care about it right now.
And that's my point. I think an older person, like
child
if
is trying to
you're
have fun, bro.
13, 14, 15, 16, you might be far more intuitive about like what your mother, like who your mother has or who your father has around versus a 4, 5, 6-year-old who's just like, oh, this is just, you know, a uncle or a Mr. such and such.
4, 5, 6 is cool. I see what you're saying. Not
That's
cool.
that,
Not
no,
cool.
but that's just sort of my thing. My thing is that if the idea is or the notion is like, hey, how this affects the child, I would at least in my thought process, the ones who don't know as much would just take it in as just like I remember my aunt when she used to date people. It was just like, yo, such and such, like Mr.
Right.
Versus when I was like 13, it was like, oh, like that's her boyfriend. Like you know, like able to put 2 and 2 together. At least in my estimation.
So what does that make you think about your aunt at this point?
Nothing.
You have to remember
But
the
she wasn't-
person you're asking.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that like
You have to remember the
I think
nigga
you
you're
got,
asking.
yeah, I think you gotta. I think what you said, everything is situational. So
Yeah.
like some of my aunts were never like married. Like so, it's not like it wasn't like a thing where I'm worried about whether or not like.
You weren't asking about marriage though. You just talking in general.
Yeah,
But-
but he
but-
also brought up the fact that people's folks have gotten divorced.
Yeah, but that's
In
the
the last
whole.
couple of years.
But that's the whole point about like
Yeah.
children being like children seeing things. Like if your parents are together, like we're not having this conversation.
Like, we're adults, but we're still someone's children.
We're only having this conversation if your parents are not together.
Are we not?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're, but that's the bag, right? Because if that's the case, what do we know about that?
Nasty.
No, that's some real shit. But like,
Nonsense.
people who do know that, they know what's good with their family's dynamic and their relationship. You know what's going on with your father or your mother. Then
Facts. Big Chris was a wild nigga.
What I'm saying is, I don't even like to dive into my family bag, but at one point, I was just like, every 3 years, there was another guy. And I was just like, at one point, after a while, I was just like, oh, you just gonna fizzle out.
That beat, bro.
I was just like, yo, 3 years max is all I ever seen with the guys that were around. And I was just like, after I think maybe probably second to third nigga when I realized it was a 3-year thing, I was like, bro, this is mad annoying.
As a child.
As a job, I'm like, bro, I don't
But
care.
why
about
was
this
it mad
guy.
annoying?
'Cause I don't care about this guy. Why are you coming over here trying to act all, bro? I don't care about you, bro. At all. I don't care.
think
You
that's
don't
why-
need to do X, Y, and Z for me. I don't care, bro.
I think that's why I fuck with Spence.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because, like, when he pulled up, he didn't, like, try to act like nobody father. Like, he was just like, yeah, he was like, I'm coming into your space type shit. And it's just like, yeah.
we're all here together, bro.
Yeah, certain rules and
Let us
shit.
vibe.
Of course, but yeah. Definitely let us vibe.
That is wild.
Crazy. Niggas went to bat for me a couple times off the vibes.
What an intro to the pod. We haven't podded in weeks. This is how you going? Not mad.
Cameraman is here.
Love it.
I mean, for me personally, I just have to ask these questions because I was talking to my homie on Twitter. He's a lawyer, and he brought up an interesting point about
Hold on, Charles. Save that point. Can we make some noise for cameraman?
They said they got the camera.
I don't even clap often. God damn it.
God damn. That boy pulled up with new hair too, y'all.
Good to see you.
Polo hoodies. Okay. Vintage polo hoodie. Teddy bear.
The bear on that motherfucker.
Yeah. He said it's winter.
Niggas getting their money.
Yeah, that boy look good.
Nah, but I feel as though you gotta like at least bring these things up because, like I said, I was talking to my homie, he's a lawyer and shit, and he was talking about music lyrics, and he was like, SZA is a great songwriter, but or she makes great songs, but she doesn't have a love song.
Chivalry.
Like she doesn't have a hit song that's a love song. And I was like,
But
well,
she got some cuts though.
but that's my point. And my thing was like, well, does she not have a love song, or does she not have a song that we
Collectively.
think of in the typical way of love songs, like in a potential of how we believe love songs are supposed to be? Well, maybe love is,
like a point from passion. Like hers is more from hurt.
and my thing is that maybe that's
Or it
where
could still be passion.
our love as a society
Okay,
is.
Charles.
Maybe our view. That was the point I was trying to make.
here.
Maybe our view on love of a society has changed in a way that her songs can be considered love songs because they speak to what love means in this day and age
Fact.
versus what love may have meant when Luther and Tina and all them, the Isley brothers, and them were making love
I
songs.
think she has a love song.
Which
She had
one?
multiple.
Her main jump, bro. The Weekend jump. She's
But
talking
see,
about
that's a
loving a
love song.
nigga that was
that's-
with
In
somebody.
the capacity in which she's allowed to love said nigga.
But see, that's my
That's
thing.
love, bro.
Exactly, but I don't
that's
know
not love
if
to everybody.
if the general consensus would consider that a love song, or would they consider
Man.
that a side chick anthem?
Love
We
to
have a woman in here.
a side chick anthem. There's a lot of people that's on that side of that side of that ball.
I'm just asking, do you think that song is a love song?
The Weeknd by SZA.
I don't think it's a love.
See,
Niggas love
so you see, that's my
in a
point.
nasty bag. It's a love song.
But that's
to
my,
me.
but no, but honestly, but that was the point I was trying to get at. The view of love has to be. You have to consider how you
everybody.
view that. So with the way
Love comes with pain sometimes, and I think that's what
That's
scissors.
not
Some
for me.
you see what I'm saying, I think I think in a society
Some
that we
people need
live in,
exclusivity for
there's
love.
enough people who can view love in that way that they will see that as a love song. But I think the general consensus is that no, that is not a love song because it doesn't speak to kind of the romance,
to you and I,
the
soul
the
connection.
flower, the monotony, all of that things that in contemporary love song that people would consider.
It's a nice song when you on it. Like,
You see what I'm saying?
that's not my idea.
I got you for the weekend. Like,
You know how many bitches got me for the weekend?
you get Wednesday,
That's not
Thursday.
They love that shit.
But that's not the kind of.
I'm gonna satisfy you on the weekend. That's kind of like,
All I need. All I need.
that's his release.
And
That might be love.
Now, baby.
That might be love on that
That's
side. That might
Yes,
be
sir.
love. I would say it's like
I
six.
gotta go work.
A lot of people vibing with that side.
Gotta go to work.
You know what I mean, that might be their
I'll
bag.
fuck with you on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't Saturday.
Sunday too.
Shit, me.
Fuck.
Hell you talking about?
Niggas playing. That's a love song. That's a love
Right,
song.
girl, you better enjoy this time together.
But you see, that was ultimately that was the point I was trying to get at.
But my
That-
love language quality time, so.
This nigga said he ain't want to pod today. Like, all right, bro.
Quality
Fuck
time.
out of here.
That's
Yeah,
not a
take a
bad
seat,
Yeah,
man.
you like
Take
that,
take a seat, man.
It's not a bad one.
That's not bad.
My thing is that
Take a fucking
my
seat.
thing about the love languages that the shorties I think they fucked up with personally.
Cameraman get the laughing.
I think they fucked up with trying to make it seem like these things are tangible things.
Where the hell you get a banana
Because
My car.
like yes, gifts are tangible, but like the idea of quality time, like what does
from?
that mean?
Potassium.
What's quality time?
What does that mean?
Man.
You know how they be like,
Like encompass that for me.
you saw the picture, like, where it was like the sock.
Then the
What
2
was in the
feet.
sock.
Yeah.
They want to be in your skin, bro. That's quality time.
No, that's not quality time to me.
That's
That's
fine.
quality time.
That's fine.
That's time to get. Yeah, for sure. I get you.
That's
That's
fine.
quality
You,
time.
you that could be quite. Now, what does that encompass? Like if you are at a concert
man.
together and you are in each other's skin, as you say, is that like
That's not quality
Is that
time.
not quality time?
I didn't say it wasn't.
But what I'm saying is that these things are very much so like
Nuance.
yes, and they're not like
I
concrete.
think quality time is just like spending the time together,
That's
doing
Charles'
whatever,
favorite word when he's talking about certain topics. Nuance.
Yeah, because it's
doing whatever.
But
Like,
that's my whole point. I would agree to that. But that is just a life function.
Fact.
Buddy, we spend quality time together.
All the time.
All the time. Buddy, like if you
fellowship.
if you like
and we don't get it, and we're mad. We
No,
don't
no,
spend
my
quality.
thing
That's
is
what I'm
that-
saying.
But here's my thing. If you like someone in the slightest, I'm talking about like if you just enjoy like talking to someone about the fucking weather.
Last Thursday.
Like having a conversation with somebody would be that
He was at
quality
Vincent's.
time. Regardless. So it is not this overwhelming thing where like I'm making I see it is a human function. If you like people, you probably want to hang out with them off some like let's chill. Because you like them. This is not
we literally don't have to be doing shit.
this is not a unique function to any
time.
one relationship.
Yeah.
This is a unique function to humanity.
Yeah.
So to feel appreciated by somebody in a human society, it's not that your love language is gifts, it's that we live in a capitalist society, right?
Facts.
So when people have money, people want things.
Facts.
And the way we tell people that you are,
You don't even have to have money to want things.
and the way we tell people they're important is by giving them things. Like that is,
Literally. Awards.
we will, in this society, we reward people with things.
Recognition.
So like when people don't get stuff, that is a clear indication that maybe that person doesn't like you as much as you think. Why do women get upset when they feel as though like they like for example like a wedding ring or an engagement ring isn't the size or the thing that they or the standard they want? It's not because that person doesn't love them. If that person didn't love them, they probably wouldn't do all this stuff. It's because they feel as though like this thing is a symbol of appreciation. This means
This shows
something.
how much you love
This
me.
shows how much.
No, bitch, that shows how much in debt I am.
Wait.
But that's the thing, like, and I don't, and listen, I don't think it's wrong. Like,
the B
listen,
word.
my thing is that, like, I don't
You
think.
know,
Listen,
I keep
this
it
is not.
hosted.
This
I
is
keep it
not.
hosted
This is not
usually.
saying ask for $1 million ring if you're. No, I'm not saying that. But my thing is that, like, yo, people want stuff to show. Why do people get the cars they get?
I ain't even want
Like,
pop.
cars.
You like nice stuff?
People like nice. That's a human.
Nothing wrong with
There's
that.
not.
There's
That's my
nothing wrong with
point.
that.
Work hard.
That's my greater point is that it is not it's not a function of
Reap the
your
fruits of your
individual
labor.
relationship. It is a function of human society. Why do you have a Beamer?
He's always wanted one though.
The leather
And you
feels
got it.
good.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He always wanted one, and my man got one.
But that's my point.
The leather
but
feels
But
good.
my point is that why did you?
on 450?
But hold on. Why do you? Why did you always want a Beamer? That is my ultimate point.
The leather feels good.
People have convinced themselves of all these things because it sounds good.
Do you want me to like really elaborate? Listen, I'm in the car
me why.
often. You know
Tell
what I'm
me
saying?
why.
I want to be in a comfortable car.
Fine.
I like cars.
That shit is comfortable to
Fine.
me.
So you trying to tell me that of all the cars on the market, that is the most comfortable one?
To me, yeah, I test drove several cars.
You test drove a Kia?
No, but I've been in a Kia and I didn't like how it felt. I was trying to get a Lexus. I wanted a Benz.
I've always
I've had
heard
a Buick. I've had a Mini Cooper. I've had
Yes.
a Volkswagen.
Yes.
Like I've been in
Outside
a fucking
of-
Hyundai. I've been in a fucking Honda, bro. I saw what fucking. I've been in a Chrysler.
this nigga's
the hell?
been in Noms.
I've been in an Infinity. I've been in a lot of cars.
I've
I've been in a lot of cars. I wanted a car that felt comfortable to me.
Okay.
As we just talked today, we drive. That's when
trying
we
to
get
tell
our.
you.
That's when we get our fucking minds
I
right.
feel that.
I want to be in a comfortable car where I can do that.
I'm
And
not-
I've driven in a lot of cars,
I'm
and
not-
I was like, "Yo, this BMW feels good."
I'm
So I bought it.
Charles and I have both driven your
Listen.
car.
And y'all both spoke glowingly of the
I'm
car.
not saying anything
Glowingly
bad about
of
anything.
it.
All I'm
Glowingly.
saying is that let's
No,
be
that don't drive smooth. as
let's
shit.
be let's be honest.
And
Let's-
BMW suspension
Let's be
used to
honest.
trash.
Let's be honest
Bruh.
about most things in this life.
Trash.
You can probably find the good in a lot of things. Like if I give you a high end, most of any, like if I put you in a high end Honda with the sports pack and everything, that bitch will drive and you'll be like, this shit is amazing.
That's German leather.
This is my point.
It's Japanese though.
All of this stuff has been coddled in our mind, and there's no problem with it. There's no
Honda
issue.
seats are made in
but we
Japan,
have to be
shipped over,
honest
and installed
about
in
it.
the car.
We like these things because it comes with, bro. If a Beamer was $15K and all this
Only
other
the
stuff,
AC
I
cars are
promise
made in
you,
America. Them and Toyota.
people would not feel this way.
I thought all
This is the truth.
cars.
It is the truth.
They're like BMW.
It is because it is a Beamer. It is because it's a BMW. It's
Things
because
have
it's a
been
Alexa. It's because it is a Tesla.
No, BMW's German.
It's because it's all, and that is okay, bro. My mom literally went and got this nice ass Lexus truck, and I was like, oh,
This is all right.
This is a nice. I drove it. I was like, this is a nice car. And you know, and then I asked her why she get it, and she tried to I work hard. I was like, no, because you wanted it, and that's all she had to say. She didn't have to do all that extra about what. No, you wanted it because it's a nice luxury car, and it makes you feel good.
Facts.
And that is okay. Like people who have money and they shouldn't. You shouldn't need to like have to explain yourself for why you want to get the stuff you want.
Son, what?
If you want it, you want it. If you can get it, you can get it. You don't need to be out here like, oh, because no.
People be like,
I got it, and I can have it.
pull up with
And
some
I-
new shoes on, they be like, hey, I know movie.
Bro,
And we know
exactly.
niggas paid some shit
Bro,
for that.
Listen,
I ain't gonna ask you.
the
You
only
want that
shit,
'cause you wanted
the
it,
only
nigga.
shit that I really,
Fucking right.
really
You been
in my
tweeting
heart of
about
heart
it.
like
Yeah,
is
damn
weed.
right.
So like, if you see me like with
Man, what I
weed
did,
shit,
nigga.
you should know I spent some cash on that because like that's the shit I like. I don't really like
Camera.
other shit like that.
Camera.
Like when you see me in some like, if you see me in some shit that like I really, it's because I really wanted it. Like if I'm wearing some shit that because I really was just like, yes, I need this, and it just made my heart. Outside of that, bro,
So we was in New Orleans. He bought the earrings.
bro, because it's just like, yo, hey, right now. Also, people can sell me on anything. Like I'm really good for just like, all right.
You're
I love
gullible.
yourself for wearing this.
It's not even I'm gullible. It's just that if I have it and you're gonna be like, give it to me, and you're gonna be like, all right. It's just like, yo, make me. Here's the thing about me.
Make me give it to you.
My thing about it is like, this is all a game.
Persuade
This is
me.
all a game to me. Like, this is all a game to me. Like, I promise
Because
you,
even
like,
if I didn't have money, if I had a different like rock
Bro,
salt or something,
listen.
this is a barter system, nigga.
listen. My thing about life
I
is
want them
that,
strawberries. You want my peaches.
and most times in life,
Show me.
I feel as though like it's basically a movie, and I'm the main character.
You hear me?
For most situations in life, that's how I'm living. I'm living like,
I'm Frank White, King of New York.
how are you trying to make this more appealing to me? So it's like when we go into like a cave,
Right.
I'm like, all right, shorty, like you trying to get some commission. I got some cash. And let's see what you.
Let's see if we can change the camera angle on this.
Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if you can entice me. And like sometimes I be in the joint, I'm just like, I'm not impressed.
And then you gonna try.
I'm not impressed.
Upsell me on the good air rings because you want your commission.
Sometimes I've been like, listen, if I'm impressed, I
don't
will
even
buy
want the
something.
regular
Like,
commission. You know,
just
oh, yeah, you
impress
sell
me.
this
Like,
size
I'm
joint,
easily impressed too. So it's just like, like, listen, I love a circus. Like, come on, buddy. So like,
Put on the show.
if you can show me something interesting, I am super here for it. I'm super here for it. But people don't be impressive. Like, that's my thing about most people in life. Like, and tell me, are they impressive?
Bomb.
Like, take away, like,
Cornball.
yo, my friend knows this famous person, or my person is like, how many people
your
are
person
just
or your friend?
like, how many people are just like really just like, oh, you're an interesting fella, like, oh, you're interesting madam, like, oh, what you consider in life. People really just be kind of basic as fuck,
It's fuck.
like carbon copies of every other person, which is very sad. People should have more.
Would you say you're interesting?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like top 3 interesting person ever.
Top 3?
Yeah, for sure.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm top 5 if he top 3. Because I'm on the podcast with him.
It's just like, what do you want? It's just like,
Nah, fuck that.
I'm giving. I'm honestly giving all the vibes. I'm honestly giving all the
But
vibes.
there's no way.
It's just like, how many Africans you meet like this?
98.
You're not meeting too many Africans like this.
Give me 98.
And then it's just like, I be really into some shit.
Nigga said you not meeting too many Africans.
Like, I love me some
it's a
socks.
fact.
Like, socks are really my bag. Like that's the thing about people.
Socks.
Like, I just
This
want people
nigga
to be.
Charles had a haircut a year ago.
Not like 2 years ago. I really like socks.
This nigga has
like, my thing is that, like,
cornrows.
people should just have different bags that
You
are
know,
just like.
He doesn't have
Cool.
hair, my nigga. He has cornrows.
I was thinking about
With
buying.
hang time.
I was thinking about buying gifts for people
How
this
many niggas
year.
been trying to start their dreads?
And I was like, man,
I don't know if I could
I
do
should
that.
buy Charles some socks.
You should, because that's my thing is that, like,
That's
honestly,
that's the simplest gift, bro. It's so simple,
like,
bro.
my thing is that
A
my
quick
thing is-
$10,
but my
bro.
thing is that,
Like, what is this?
I know
At the most
if you're
15.
gonna get me some socks,
It's
get
thoughtful.
me some
It's
socks.
thoughtful, though.
You're not gonna give me no white socks. You gonna get me some
I
socks.
might get you a 6-pack or some Nike.
Nah,
What
that'd
you
be
mean?
disrespectful. Come on.
I would definitely get you the 12-pack of Hanes and the 6-pack.
That's what I'm saying.
And the 6-pack.
This nigga's bugging.
And the
son.
6-pack of Green Bay Packers Jones. That's
See,
on
Right now,
Come
nigga.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo, how goes the podcast?
Playing with me, my
How
nigga.
go margaritas?
Come on, bro.
Hey, yo.
Drinking the
Play
cut.
with me.
And he drinking the cut.
I am him, bro. Like,
Real margaritas,
I'm trying to
niggas,
tell
huh?
you, bro. I
Ain't
bought
no
these.
games.
Listen, all right.
Can or glass.
So let me tell you, I was in Chicago. Shout out to the Shy, South Shore,
Always.
Lakeshore
Summertime
Drive.
Shy.
I was on the Lakeshore Drive.
Crying right now.
I was killing it. So we went to this this immersive,
you was
interactive
He
experience.
has margaritas. Suck.
I seen you on Shorty
Listen,
Page a couple
I
times.
was,
I was like,
I
hey,
was,
my
I was
boy
putting
out
on,
there
I was
looking
putting
right.
on the fist. I
You
was
putting
telling
that shit on.
Taylor was like, "Oh, you be." I was like, "Listen, out of town, I be putting on the fist. At home, I'm only wearing sweatpants, but out of town, I'm putting on the fist.
You can't dress up for
Nothing for
us,
these
but you can dress up
Nothing,
for out of town.
nothing for you
I
people.
dressed up a couple times.
Nothing for you people. Nothing.
If I put on jeans, I feel like
Hey,
I'm dressing that
I've
down.
been killing at the thrift store. I got this this purple hoodie from the joint out in Laurel.
Man, what you doing Friday? I'm trying to go thrifting.
Oh yeah, I got time Friday.
Say less.
So but I was in the Shy, right? And what's this? I was telling about the Shy. I was Lakeshore
We
Drive.
going thrifting early. I already know.
What the fuck was I doing on Lakeshore Drive? What I was telling him about? Tell me about the Shy.
Socks, nigga.
Oh yeah, so I went to the Van Gogh immersive experience, which was super dope. If you guys can check that out, super dope. So they
That
put.
y'all still in DC or no?
I heard it, but the one in Chicago was more of like if you've been to like Super Blue in Miami.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
They had
that
the
was-
interactive joint on the wall, and then the shit
Exactly.
switches through his periods and pains and all that. Yeah, I
Exactly.
seen
So that was super dope. I heard the one in DC is more like you go to stuff and touch it and all that shit.
It's
But
I think it's like a collab joint, but yeah, continue.
but the kill was they had 75% off in the store.
Oh, you
And
went
I
crazy.
went in that joint.
This nigga
I
Charles
got
went nuts.
some socks. I got these crazy socks. I'm gonna be fine when I put them out. I got this crew neck.
You know what shoes you
I
wearing?
got some 2 buckets. I got some 2 bucket hats. It was a great day. Shout out to the Van Gogh Immersive Experience in Chicago. You have to go
You
check
know what
that out.
shoes you wearing with your
Got a
socks?
bucket hat.
Yeah,
It's two.
yeah.
Hey,
What I'm saying.
It was
When
good.
you said
It was
the
good
bucket
vibes.
and the crew neck and the socks, I was like, damn, that boy went shopping.
75% off. My total came out to $40.
Can't beat that. Shit, me. That's quality time.
we got to the jump. Should I add a couple more?
No, for
Definitely.
sure. I almost came back.
Definitely.
Then I went because I be
Like
fucking.
$40.
Might as well round it out at 100.
I'm also randomly basic as
squeeze my
fuck,
skinny
and when
ass
I
up
go
in
out of
there.
town, I feel like I should buy something. So I love shopping at other places. So like the Urban Outfitters, I was
Not
determined.
mad at that.
I was determined to go to the Urban Outfitters
Different shoppers in
in
different states.
Chicago, and I went and I pulled up literally before dinner. I went up and got a fit.
Real nigga.
When I was super like young and traveling, when I was James Hat Kang on Matic, I was just like, whatever city I
nigga
go
took it back,
to,
didn't he?
yeah, for sure. I said whatever city or state I go to, I gotta get their baseball team's hat. That's
I like
what I
that.
used to do.
That's about.
When you went to Detroit.
Didn't buy any Detroit shit.
What?
No.
Tyler's got some swag.
I
Though.
bought some Michigan shit.
I mean, come on now. We're not
All
speaking
right.
about the Big
Just
Ten.
know
It's not real
we haven't
football.
even gotten to the pod. We haven't even gotten to
No,
the
we
pod.
have.
So let's start podding for real. All right.
Ain't
Oh
nothing
wow,
to
he
say
has a
about that.
list still.
Yeah,
Jesus
you know what I'm
Christ.
saying. I was just flowing with the vibes because when he came in and said what he said, we had to take it there.
Jesus Christ. that took us about 30.
No, I'm gonna get through this shit
definitely
quick because
took 30,
we got to recap.
On
This
the
is all
plan.
recap. This is all shit we've missed. All right, death has been kind of crazy in these streets. Rest in peace to my fam,
Yeah.
Cuzzo.
Yes, sir.
But outside of that, people been getting not clap, but people been taking the L's. So my girl, the queen.
Niggas be down.
Oh yeah. Let him get that off.
Listen, they were mourning her for like 12 days. Shit was crazy, bro.
Nothing with
So her
this.
body was decaying before they put it in the ground.
Like she was going all through Wales and Europe, and
Yeah, right.
she was the queen, Elizabeth,
Right.
Big Lizzie. One time for the Big Lizzie.
Big Collie. Big Collie.
Defecating like a motherfucker in that damn.
But you know,
Yeah,
That church
shit
was
stink.
boofing.
That shit had to stink.
she was all over the place.
Right.
But
She
you know.
sat in the castle for like 4 days.
You know, it wouldn't be right if I didn't. You know, I
was
didn't.
in
I
the
didn't.
bed with
I didn't
clothes on
acknowledge
her.
the God.
Did they
you know?
embalm Shorty? Like, what's going on? son?
Eventually.
Come on, bro. She got endless money. She worth like $400 million. Come on, bro. Like
Facts.
they made sure she was okay. It wasn't boofing that crazy.
She worth $400 million that we know of.
Exactly. Think about the untaxed money.
Yeah.
So
Because her jewels aren't included in her net
you
worth.
you know I had Lizzie. You know they be talking bad about you, but you know I had to
This is Charles.
I had to say something for
She
you.
was going crazy.
This is Charles' segment.
Rest in peace, P&B Rock.
Yeah, I can do that. Rest in peace, B&B Rock.
Damn,
That's
we wasn't
crazy.
here for that.
That shit was
No,
wild.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why. Listen, I got
You
the
were
shit.
in
I
Michigan
gotta-
for that. Nigga talking about where we here for that.
Nah, that
So
shit was gone.
there's actually a
happened
conversation
already.
that follows that.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't
That-
pod because you were in Michigan.
I didn't want to go into, but I think we have to slightly touch on. So
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know much about the death of P&B Rock besides the fact he was killed at Roscoe's.
he was killed at Roscoe's. Whether or not he got killed because of
Shorty set him up.
no, Shorty just set him up. The notion that that was crazy.
No, I seen that tweet and I was just like, I
No,
don't
that was
believe
just
this.
the day of because people are ignorant. LAPD has come out and said that it wasn't just her. He was posting as well, and they were like.
They also said them niggas was already there. So.
Also, there was a whole conversation about like checking in and like whether people should like wear certain things and it just makes me think niggas gotta realize that like they're really bad vibes, right? No, real shit. Like
I feel like
I get the idea that like people don't have stuff and you shouldn't like flaunt stuff to people. But literally, the idea that like a man who is famous
cannot be comfortable in his own.
Not even comfortable in the United States of America. I don't give a fuck if you live in the United States of America. The fact that like you cannot be of somewhat fame and do that should be very telling, at least to me. Like this, and this only happens with like black people. This not like this ain't nothing that happens with like country artists. This ain't nothing that happens with like mid-tier pop white street artists. It's only thing that happens with black artists, in particular black hip hop artists. And
Even Justin Bieber, when he was fake hip hopping with the niggas, he was like, nothing happened to that little nigga.
And my thing is that like I get it, like people are in different worlds and different. So I'm not here to like litigate.
Pan B Rock was.
I'm not here to litigate what did or didn't, what should have happened, what did or didn't happen. None of that. But it really disturbs me when people are just like, well, you know, that's part of the like this is somehow
That's part of being a rapper, my nigga.
not part of it, but like this is part of
saying, like, to them.
But this is part of life in a certain neighborhood or
Fuck no.
in a way of like
That
that.
nigga from Philly
That's
died
what
in Cali.
that's what kind of disturbs me when people are like, well, you know, these people in this neighborhood, and it's just like that speaks more to what y'all trying to say about these people and their capacity as human beings than I think y'all realize that these people can't see somebody with something and not want to take that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That is a really telling, at least to me. Maybe I'm digging too deep into it,
No,
but
yeah,
that is like.
I think it's more so the checking in thing, though.
But that thing is that I think we came to the conclusion that he lived there like for like X amount of years, so it wasn't about
I
checking
ain't know
in.
nothing about that.
Yeah, apparently like he's been
He
there.
didn't just move out there. He wasn't there on vacation.
Yeah, apparently like he lived out there. It was just like I said,
All them do.
bro.
Go live out there.
There's a dude I
That's
read.
where the labels
Y'all
at.
heard about the dude who got shot in PG Mall
Yeah.
at the food court?
Yeah.
They said the dude, according to the police, this could be, we don't know. The police said that the dude shot him because he said he looked at him wrong.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is my issue. Like, the capacity of people is just like, oh, well,
Like
well,
that
well,
as
this is
verbatim was his reasoning.
well, this is part of what they get. Like, no, like, this is an inhuman, like, people's human capacity is not there. And that says something way greater than, like, oh, niggas want to, like, if you have to take something because someone has something more than you,
That says more about you than them.
if you have to kill somebody because they looked at you and you didn't, and my thing about the dude in the mall, that's not a one-off.
Yeah, I'm saying
There's many.
That's normal.
There's
around here.
there's many people
That's normal
who have
around
killed
here.
other people because they
Yeah,
felt like
hell yeah.
they got looked at the wrong, and that is a very disturbing thing. That
Like you looked at me the wrong way, and low key it'd be like you look like somebody I did wrong.
that like the energy
And
of
it's just
people
like,
for
I
some
gotta-
of that
I
ain't
gotta
the same
off
as
you
it is
before
for
you off
other
me.
things. Like
Yeah.
people could get up in arms about all other types of shit, but like a man could kill another dude and be like, yeah, I just didn't like the way he looked at me,
Mm-hmm.
and people would just be like, hey man, that's kind of the state of our neighborhoods.
Yeah, I be out.
Like that's wild to me.
I be out.
But
Niggas,
niggas will get up in arms about other shit.
I be out. I be out. Niggas look at me. I look at them because I be definitely just in different neighborhoods.
My thing about it is
And I
look-
just look at them. They look at
Here's
me.
my
And be like,
thing.
what's good, bro?
You
And
could
they
be
like,
looking
what's
past the
good?
person.
And they think you looking at
Like,
them.
what are we doing here? What are we doing? Let's.
Charles, we talked about perspective earlier.
But my thing about it is that's the greater thing about it is that if your perspective is that a person is looking at me and that means now to murder, once again, that speaks a lot more about your humanity than I
Than
think
mine.
anything else.
For sure.
And that
I'm
is
not,
very.
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm just saying that is a very disturbing place to just live in,
Yeah.
where I feel like everyone is just like, hey, that's
what we-
commonplace.
That's what we out today, though.
Like no one else is disturbed. Am I the only one who like?
Son, because niggas weren't disturbed when Cuz got shot at PG Mall. Like, niggas were not disturbed. I'm like, hey, bro, y'all cool with this nigga just letting off in a mall? At the food court?
Like I don't even care about that type of stuff. I'm not even like super like yeah everyone
And y'all know I'm very gun friendly.
super gun friendly, but like
Super gun friendly. But it's just like, bro, you just out here letting off in a food court?
because you don't like the way he looked
Because you
at
don't like
you.
the way he looked at you in a mall where there are thousands of people. He might be
Plaza,
looking
baby.
at the, son. You know how much ass is in
But,
PG
but
Plaza?
see, this is my issue.
Plaza,
It's a
baby.
business.
But you see what he
PG
said?
Plaza.
But you see what he
I'm not
said?
even looking at you.
But you see what he
bro.
said? This is PG. Like this is my. This is
Been there, bro. I worked there, bro. That's how them niggas.
This
do,
is
bro.
this
I
is
used to work
pro-
out there, but
this
at the
is
same time, it's like,
problem.
That's how they work.
But
That's how they
this
move
is
out that
this
jump,
is
bro.
problem.
No, bro.
We cannot
The
live in
food
this.
court is
Move like
crazy,
that
though.
shit, nah, no more.
This is not. This is the problem. This cannot be commonplace in a
More.
society where people getting
At
clapped.
once it was happening out there. Like,
Yeah, but that's because the niggas that was coming around there weren't from around there. That's a different topic. We're not talking about that.
No
I'm
more.
moving on.
Thank you.
Nick Cannon's Baby
I don't know about
Factory
that.
has took a turn for the worse
This is why I go take a pee break.
as far as the internet goes.
Same.
Niggas taking pee breaks.
Let 'em go.
Nah, I mean, did y'all see this?
No.
So Nick Cannon's one of the baby mothers, also Johnny Manziel's ex-wife.
Yeah, that's what I was confused on earlier.
She got
You talking about Shorty from Texas A&M?
yeah. She was on Selling Sunset, I believe.
Yeah.
Apparently, she said something about
No, do your thing.
she said something about the like her baby crying through the night. Someone told her to get a night nurse. She says they should pay for it. Then they started talking about her baby father, and she got a little bit upset. She said, "Don't talk about my baby father, and if you wanna have advice from me, you can pay for it." And I just want people to know that they're projecting.
Definitely.
First of all, maybe she just doesn't want. Maybe some
People don't be trusting other people with their babies.
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what.
That's a whole life, champ.
You don't know what this woman cares about with her child or what she does. For a group of people who swear they want people to mind their business and they don't want people in their business, everybody be in other people's business.
Yeah.
She was listen.
Even just because somebody put their business out there, don't mean you need to mind their business. That's number one.
That's a solid point, but
That's number one.
but this is my rebuttal.
Just because you put your business out there, that's the reason. That's the reason for us to be in your business.
My thing about once you get in someone's business, you have to realize when you're projecting.
For sure.
You just got to realize when you're
That's
projecting.
not even a rebuttal. That's an addition.
I'm okay. You're probably right because my thing about it is that this woman is venting. She's clearly
Just getting
upset.
her shit off. She
She's-
had nobody else to talk to. She just getting her shit off online, like all of us do.
Like,
All of us do.
we all live in this society together. That's my whole point. Like, how many times have you said something to Twitter that you don't want no one to talk to you back about?
A lot.
And it might be some real deep shit. It might be something really important.
And it's just like, bro, this conversation is not for this platform.
But you had it.
Yeah, but I tweeted that.
But
and
you
we're
don't,
here now.
and you don't have 100,000, 200, a million followers. She does. So like, I get
I
it.
got like 46.
She should be better, and I get it. Like
On a good day.
she putting herself out there, and I get how that could be an issue. But ultimately, I feel as though many people are projecting about what they think should be going on in that relationship or in that household versus her actual plight, and that's kind of weird to me.
But I feel like people forget that like Nick Cannon's an entrepreneur. Yes, he makes a lot of money. But how much of that money actually goes back into his businesses and other investments? So it's just like, bro,
don't really- once
the
again-
nigga has overhead. Granted, his baby mother's is definitely overhead. But it's just like, he got 9 of them motherfuckers, cuz. Come on now.
I don't know if it's 9 baby mothers. That was 9 kids. He got like multiple.
He has
twins.
6 baby mothers at least.
I don't know. Mariah
Minimum.
has 2 kids. There was one who had like
Another
2
2
pregnant.
Yeah, you are. You
So
are.
it's probably
So
like
you got
4.
like three,
So it's
four,
probably
three,
like
four.
4 kids.
Okay.
My thing about all this is that
I'm saying 6 max. I don't know this nigga's life, bro.
it's not. I
I'm
don't
not
think
my
it's.
business.
Once again,
Shout
I
out
don't
my
think
stepkids.
it's any. Wow! Shout out my stepkids. Very nasty. I think that's perfect because I'm going to transition. I just think it's nasty to be in other people's business.
It's my job.
Ghosting.
Hey, Charles, hold on. I got something for that.
I'll come back. I'll stay here for you. How you feel about ghosting?
Give me your premise, and I will.
Ghosting, the concept of not sort of ending something with somebody or letting somebody know that hey, you'll no longer have them in their life. It's kind of cutting them out of your existence, or cutting yourself out of their existence.
I think there's levels to ghosting.
Okay, it's okay.
Right?
I like that levels.
It's always levels to everything. I think there's like a super like hard ghosting, like you cut off type shit, or it's like a yo, X, Y, and Z is about to happen, and I'm about to be done with you type of ghosting type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it could be like a preliminary ghosting, or it could be like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and we did what we did yesterday, and like I'm done. Like I'm block your ass type of ghosting. I don't know if that means ghosting if you're telling someone you're about to ghost them type shit. Like I don't
think that means that. I think that's actually quite the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
To me,
ghosting.
ghosting would be you meet a young lady, you're talking for maybe 2-3 months, and one day you just are like, I'm off of this. You don't respond back. She calls you, you don't pick up. She texts you, you block. You just like she tries to add you on Twitter, you don't respond.
What if you eventually respond though?
When do you respond?
Like maybe like I don't know, maybe you saw it off in your mind.
If you respond like 3-6 months later, you ghosted her.
Oh, 3-6 months later. What are you talking about? 3-6 days later.
No, that's not ghosting. I don't see. That's the thing. Like that's just weird relationship games.
But why would you respond 3-6 months later?
I don't know. So if you wouldn't respond, that's the whole point of ghosting. I think.
So why even respond at that point?
Some people are like,
I don't
yo.
think that's ghosting. You might be bored at that point. Okay.
My thing about ghosting is that it's not even about. I don't think it's just even relationship things. I think like sort of romantic. I think it's like, yo, if you're friends with somebody and like all of a sudden like you just like, all right, boom, we just never be like, hey, I've never talked to this person again. Like, there's people in your life, I'm sure, like, you were like, oh, yeah, this is, like, not like, oh, these are my, no, this is my friend. Like, I knew who they were. I talked to them. I hung out with them. And then all of a sudden, like, just boom. That's like, that happens. And I think that is more of a telltale sign than anything. As far like ghosting is a sign of communication more than anything, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So like,
I like that.
in our day and age, with all the communication, all the levels and ways to find people, to not want to be found or not want to be contacted or is a choice. It is a legit choice. You are not being found because I just like. You just don't want me to talk to you, or you don't want to talk to me, and that is okay. But I think more people should just be honest about the fact that, like, yo, I ghosted that person, or like that's what, or like not even the idea that I ghosted, but like, yo, I was off that, and that's what it was. Whether it be friendship, whether it be romantic, whether it even be like work shit. This idea of like quiet quitting. I'm like, yo, niggas don't want to work their job no more. Like, all right.
Interesting. So, my first question was, have you ever ghosted someone? But before I want you to answer that, I want to say that I have quiet quitted DTLR. And that's fucking hilarious that you say quiet quitting, because I never knew there was a term for that.
It's a more
Because at
recent
one
term.
point, like, I was
said
just...
that today at work, and I was just like, the hell does that mean? And
So,
they had to
like,
explain.
I was working DTLR super part-time, super full-time, but then it became part-time once I got the new job. And I was just like, they were just like, yo, if you want to come in on a schedule and you can. And then after a while, I just was like, bro.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah. I didn't officially quit, but I guess it's a quiet quit type shit. But, fuck all that. Who'd you ghost, bro?
Time out. I don't ghost people.
I mean, you said it like you did.
No, I would probably have been ghosted more than I ghost people, but
I've ghosted people, but I'm not gonna tell you about it.
yeah, no, I don't think I ghost people because I'm more of like I'm more of just say like, hey,
See it in you, dog. Relax.
I'm more of just say like, hey, I'm just here. Like I'm not really like a go away type of. I'm just my presence is just like I don't really talk to people. I don't really go away.
I mean, you said it's more than just like, it could be friendship type shit. That's what you was just saying.
Who I was
like,
thinking about randomly?
Jesus.
Sule. I was thinking like, damn, did like I ghost him or he ghosted me? And I was trying to think of like, what role did I play in all of this? Because it's just
Sule
like,
ghosted me.
yeah. So like, I was thinking about that dead ass
I
because
understand that.
with the Sule, it was just like, I definitely feel like I tried.
Yeah. I can say we all. I think I can say we all. tried.
On wax. I love this.
So when you
Sule, talk.
definitely
Reach
gave
out
up.
to us,
I
man.
definitely gave up.
yes,
but
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So when you feel like you've tried,
Reach out to us, Michael
It feels
Sule.
kind of different. You know
Don't
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
say your
I was about to say
goddamn
that,
middle
nigga. I was
name.
about to say it.
Michael Baba Tunde Sule.
Sule.
Reach out to us, my nigga.
Suleiman.
We love you here. We love you here. You
I
left
see a
us.
name.
You
No,
left
I love
us.
that nigga. So
You left us.
So for
The
me-
FBI is not out to get you, my guy. You're good.
So
You're
for
good.
Me, so for me personally, it's like when you
definitely
feel like
the-
you try to reach
He
out to
pulled
some-
up to the AZ basement.
So you
Son.
That was nuts.
so when you feel like you try to reach out to
That
somebody
shit was wild.
and it wasn't reciprocated, it's just like what can you do at that point?
Right.
I'm back.
So I'm like, so it's kind of like it's hard for me to feel as though like that was a weird thing. But there's like people who like
You hit me for gas.
I used to
say you
really be
gas, but
friends
I
with
can't-
like
I can't be
I
your
be-
mans no more.
I be thinking all throughout high school I was friends with endless chicks. Like endless chicks were just my friends.
That's high school though. 'Cause
But
I can say
like-
the same too.
But Chuck, you
but I don't
be
think you
friends with
ghosted
women
me.
though.
And that's what I was and I
Like
had
you
But I don't-
actually real life,
No.
even today, real life still be friends with women.
So that was my thing. I was thinking
Is
to
that
myself,
ghosting though? It's just like
no,
just
but,
getting older, bro.
But that's my point. So my thing about it was that like
Like I'm not your nigga, you not my junk. Like you got a nigga, I got a junk. Like
You know what I'm saying?
we
And my
just
thing
did
about
our
it is that,
thing.
like,
how much
out of
friends
respect.
can we be friends at this point?
But
You know
that's
what
my
I'm saying?
point, and I'm thinking to myself, how does these things work? Are these things more of like, yo, all right, we need to finalize everything, or it's just like, yo, life just happens. So like maybe,
I think it's like just that.
and maybe people aren't ghosting. Maybe people are just
Living
living.
their life, bro.
I'm gonna go.
So then my
I'm Casper to these hoes.
So then maybe my question is ghosting
In there, then
exclusive?
out of there.
Is ghosting exclusively to the romantic? Because
Nah.
so that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
then.
you literally just dispelled that.
Yeah.
And that's my point. So I can see it, but
But
like,
no, I've ghost like.
but like to Mook's point though,
Yeah.
like there has to be some sort of like,
yeah, definitely.
and that's the thing about relationships that are weird to me. I think there has to
'Cause I
be,
don't
even
think-
in friendship, there
'cause I
has to
don't
be
think-
something there.
I don't think any of my friends ghost me. Like I've had female friends and male friends that I might not have talked to for like a year. Brianna Ross, for example, she lives in Atlanta. I don't talk to her often, but when we
When you
lock
talk,
in,
it's
we
good.
lock in.
But see, that's when we're not.
You know
We're
what
not
I'm saying?
talking about them. We're
Yeah.
talking about legitimately being like, yo, you. I'm sure you see her on Instagram.
Yeah.
You maybe see her on Twitter. You're like, oh,
sure.
Brianna Ross is
I don't
good.
see her on Twitter, but I see her on Instagram.
But you're like, she's good.
Yeah,
You can say that as a concept. She's
Yeah.
good.
For you.
but like
Bro.
even if she's not, I could still like I may not hit her because
But you
it's
can
just, like,
see and
'cause
at
I
least be
know
like,
her
and you can be like, all right,
okay,
I see
yeah,
that
like,
she's alive.
yeah,
Bro.
but I also know her as an individual, and it's just like this is her like getting her shit off. This ain't for me to step in.
But my
I
point
haven't
is that
stepped in a
seeing
while.
her and knowing and being able to be like, it's like, hey,
yeah, for sure.
this
Like,
nigga
I'm
Sule,
not saying it's a
if I
phony.
could tell you, I can't, listen, I wouldn't even, like, if
That's
Sule
not
were,
an us thing, no.
I couldn't even tell you where Sule is, where he resides,
You know
where
what?
his,
Every time I get my hair cut, I hope I see that nigga.
so that's my point. My thing
Cause I
is that,
still
like,
get my hair cut in Glenon. Like I dead ass be like,
with a fist ball.
I hope I see him.
Fountain.
Gotcha.
but like, that's my thing. My thing is that, like, wishing to see a nigga
With his fist ball.
is like
No,
crazy.
because I've been in his neighborhood like, cause I get my hair
I know
cut.
where it is.
Yeah, so it's just like
Right there.
right there, like walking distance.
But do you even still live with him?
that's the question.
That's the whole point. Like, that's my
But the
ultimate
last
point.
time I talked to him, he said he was still there, and that was like
Yeah.
4 years ago.
My point
Exactly.
A lot of
But,
things
yeah.
change.
He's supposed to be back in Baltimore. by
My
now.
whole point is that ghosting is a real thing, and it's just like it kind of makes me sad sometimes because it's just like, damn, like
But no, ghosting bitch is
you.
one of the best
My
things
thing
I've
about
ever did.
I think this is my
It's
issue
so
with.
fun.
I think this is my issue with the way we live in society now. We're all way too connected, bro. Like we're just all way too
You're telling me.
connected with people. So like,
I hate this.
you can't just leave things where they are. You can't.
I have 45 followers on
You-
Instagram. I mean Twitter for a reason.
You can't. It's not about that. It's about.
It's about who knows who.
It's about, bro. It's
knows
about.
who,
It's about you meet someone
knows
out
who.
at a bar, and you keep in contact
Why you doing
because
this, Charles? Why you being personal?
you meet someone out on vacation,
Okay.
and y'all keep in contact.
There we go.
And y'all always keep in contact because the way of the world now.
Matter of fact, that's
you
still
don't.
personal.
You don't just meet
Even
them.
our Basel 1 year.
See, you took it there. I didn't take it there. I was talking about my man Corey,
can
who I
talk
met in
about that
Greece. Like when you meet people, it's
Shout
just
out
like.
Corey. He was a good man. I remember you telling me about him.
You can meet people.
Astaghfirullah.
There's a time and point where you can meet people, have experiences with them,
I said that before I drank
have
alcohol.
those experiences be those memories, and that be it. But for now, you meet people, have experience with them, and now y'all exchange Instagrams.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all Twitter friends. And now for the rest of y'all
Now
lives,
now we got
for
numbers.
for as long as you guys decide to follow each other,
You in my city? Hit my phone.
you guys are
I'm in
connected.
your city? Hit my
It's
phone.
some weird connection because you get to see within their lives and they get to see within yours.
That's a fact.
As much as you post and as much as they post.
But one thing I can point out is the fact that you said on vacation. That's a vibe. If I meet somebody in a vibe, it's just like we vibing.
But that's my point,
So
though.
let's maintain this
That
vibe.
vibe is very unique to that time, place, and time, place, da da da.
And people, yeah, you want.
Once you leave that,
The law does not make
all
mistakes.
things change.
True shit.
And that's the thing about, I think, I always wonder, are you selling yourself short by not going? Are we selling ourselves short by not going full throttle with these things? Or are we doing the right thing by keeping them at bay?
Only Allah knows.
And I think that's where social media is the very weird conundrum because it brings a middle ground where you get to do a little bit of both.
I like conundrum.
We like words here.
No, I know. I'm just.
Where we at? Oh, I think we're just finishing the ghosting
Talking
conversation.
about conundrums.
Yeah, no, I think that's what social media it leads to. It leads to that middle gray area where you can check in and pry on someone just enough
Yes.
without ever having to
Fully
boom.
no. Yeah.
So it keeps that allure. Because, like I
this may
said,
be real. This may be fake.
20 years, 30 years prior, you meet this person, you meet these people, boom, boom, boom. And it's in your imagination.
I'm calling her off a payphone trying to get that pussy.
It's all in your imagination from here on out. In 2022, you're just like, oh, maybe. And it's just a conundrum. And I think that is honestly,
And that's why I be ghosting.
full circle moment.
Yeah.
I think ghosting should
We
be more.
never asked why he goes.
We should ghost more. I think we should ghost more as a
Why do
society.
I ghost?
Yeah.
In today's times?
In today's time, jeez.
Buddy, I just want to say to whomever told Charles to not do what he's been doing on episode that I'm sorry
Yeah,
on
I'm
his
drunk.
behalf.
Yeah, but
He's
Charles
done it a
drinks, he
lot
spits
today.
though.
But he was good for the last few episodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a comeback episode. So
I'm
I'll be
I'm
back-
apologizing
I'll be
to
back better.
yeah, I'm apologizing to whoever told
I
him
can't
to
say
not
her
do
name, but
that. So I'm sorry
apologize.
because he's done it a lot, and I was just like I felt offended.
Wow.
I felt
I felt
offended.
I'm
offended.
not taking my hair. I'm getting my hair done when I go to New York this weekend.
But again,
But yeah.
Hey, shout out Shawty. You about to go to Shawty.
Yeah, my shorty and then why? I'm getting my
But
hair
yes,
done.
why do I ghost?
yeah, that's what we wanted.
I ghost for multiple reasons.
Oh wow. Okay, got a plethora.
I'm dead ass, you know.
Tell me your top two.
Top two,
Top 3.
I'll give you three.
Sound like you got 5.
Because number one is Islamic, so
Okay,
things
give me that one.
Things come in threes. Get to when you don't let the education of the deen just come naturally, I'm gonna ghost you. Cause like I talk about Islam a lot, and like you know what I'm saying, like
If you're not feeling that vibe, you can't get with me.
can't get with
Okay,
me.
that's fine.
That's
your
number one. Number two,
How often does that happen?
Bro,
how often does it happen?
Yeah.
Not that often.
Go.
Yeah.
You didn't see
I just wanted to know, my
Hold on, you didn't see
nigga.
this on Twitter? Hold on. Yeah, you see, this is hilarious. I gotta show you one
Right.
time.
My man is talking to us right now. What are you
Nah,
talking
Chuck gonna show you while
about?
I talk. So it's just like, yeah, but yeah. That's definitely how they be though. That's definitely how they be though. Definitely how they
I only
be
give you hints.
though. Wallahi,
I only give you hints, bro.
That wallahi,
You thought
that's how they be.
You thought I was coming with something weak,
can't
nigga?
even hold you. It seems like a fetish. Need
You
a
thought I was
whole
feeling
face.
you?
Seems like a fetish.
I swear to God.
You thought I was feeling you?
Swear to
Yo,
God.
we got so much to go.
That nigga a bunch.
Dead ass.
You thought I was feeling
It's
you?
like they really like they think you fake Muslim and then they actually get to talking to you. I'm like, oh,
Nigga on his D.
Yo, put your fucking phone down, bro.
oh, it's dead. Hey, Jack, chill out. Stop it, Allah. All the sins I may commit, may Allah open my eyes to me. But yeah, Yeah, bro. Like
Yo.
this shit fake.
I'm listening to you, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
If
But-
somebody is, I'm listening, bro.
And then where else do
Number
I go?
one, yeah. Number two, come on.
Yeah,
He's not serious
No,
right
Chuck
now.
is serious. That's why he showed you
No.
the jump. That is why he showed you the jump. He's so serious.
Get out of here.
Allah knows his heart, and that was his true
Oh, he
intention.
does not, son. Yo, back up, son. What the hell?
Bitch did the prayer hand.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Nigga said it earlier. I never pressed play until right now. I did not know she was getting that all. I did not know she was getting
Send
that
the
all.
take the shot. It's
Look at my nigga
Inshallah on them niggas.
You
Come
gotta
on.
feel that.
4 seconds of like
Allah open his door.
4 seconds of heat, man. Shorty went crazy on the 4 seconds, man.
Oh,
Which
God.
is secondly, that shit not talk.
Ooh, that nigga munch.
Nah, the munching part was cool. Then I dropped dick and I was like, this shit wasn't it. Oh yeah, I'm a munch a million.
Hey yo, hold on. Can I interrupt your?
Are you like munch a million? Yeah, that's a bar.
Niggas are partying.
Can I interrupt right now, bro?
Partying.
How do y'all feel about Kevin Gates?
I don't know nothing about that.
What did Kevin Gates do now?
He be doing a lot.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nah, I heard our fellow co-host over here say he drops dick, and I don't hear too many niggas say that out loud. And the only other nigga,
was like text messages, but
Wow. God damn.
so I only hear not too many other people say that they
But Kevin Gates was
drop dick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all haven't seen the Kevin Gates shit. He
Nah,
just like
yeah, he was
on
wild.
stage wilding, all that shit.
nope.
And I was just like, yo,
Once niggas stop putting feather in their hair, wait, I bet
That's
y'all
culture,
Kevin
bro.
Gates. No, it's not.
I was
But
just
once-
like, I just want to know who of our like maybe followers, people that listen to us and watch us, like, are they Kevin Gates fans?
please like, subscribe, and comment.
Chris asked earlier because we have a woman in the audience. Is that your bag? Is the Kevin Gates your thing?
No, but he's interesting. Like,
So okay, that's your bag.
no, it's not my bad.
If it's interesting, that might be.
No, listen though. I watched him on Carisha Please, and I did think it was gonna be good. And it was actually good. He has a different way of thinking. It's just not. How
That nigga is still incarcerated mentally.
Agree with. I don't know. I don't think that he. I can't say.
Did
that
you
I
see his
know.
like
But I'm not
videos
like,
from
Kevin
his
Gates
shows?
listening to his music.
Did you see his shows and shit? He
You know,
just
when you
like,
kicking bitches
Yo.
and stuff?
yeah, dick you down, all that
I ain't
shit.
seen that.
Nope.
I just feel like bitches that like the
You
Kevin
throwing us,
Gates.
you throwing us
I'm not a
off.
fan, but
I'm not gonna lie.
like,
My
he just
bad.
looks
I'm just
different.
telling you what I.
The Kevin Gates was nasty work.
Definitely.
You don't even have any. What's your Kevin Gates point?
Please, actually,
That's my
Because I
point.
was-
You don't even have a point.
Nigga just cutting up for Kevin Gates.
He was talking
You must
crazy
like
on some. Nah, I just wanted to ask this question. I really
No,
wanted to
all right,
ask
but I
this
gotta wait.
question.
I gotta wait to make this full circle though.
My man wasn't done on his points though.
That's what I'm asking
I
you.
had a third.
You came in with the Kevin Gates.
What's the third that I ghost you?
See, the ghosting was a part of the.
I don't like your nails. Your nails ain't done all the time.
Okay.
I'm shallow, baby. You know what I'm saying? If your toes don't look suckable, I don't need you near me. If your hands is not looking grippable, and y'all know what that mean, you don't need to come near me.
This does not sound like Dean behavior. I will not lie.
It's not. But at the same time,
Is
I
this
don't.
tacos the podcast?
Hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to part today, but here we are.
Jesus Christ.
I wanted to get to the Ime Udoka.
Hey, we might be there at this point.
Udoka.
Ime.
Shorty might have sent him the toes pic and was just like, he was like, hey, I need that.
So my thing about the Ime, I wanted to go from Ime versus Brett Favre because I think that's way more interesting than Ime himself. Because cheating on your partner doesn't really move me personally.
High five. I like how you say partner and not wife because they keep
Because-
calling that his wife, and
No,
it's
it's
just
his
like, bro,
partner.
he emphasized that is his life partner.
It's not even just
7
about.
years engaged.
Yes. I have two takes on that. My one take is that
You
the,
really with this nigga for
the
that long?
idea that Nia Long, that like you don't cheat because it is Nia Long is a weird concept because
Niggas cheat.
if that's the case, no one would
Coming
ever
from a
cheat on
reformed
any
hooch.
woman who is in a better situation than them.
Facts.
But that doesn't happen. So that's not how this works. So stop it. My greater point though,
I feel like he been making
with
more
the
constant money than Nia
Ime
Long.
versus the Brett Favre, which is interesting to me, is that one story is more
Yeah.
serious versus the other.
One stole from the poor.
One did something
whole
that was
government
like
organization.
yeah. One did
The
something.
welfare nigga, you should not say that like
The
that.
welfare.
Because he actually stole from welfare. And we need to hold him accountable for saying
No, my thing is one did something that's illegal and is more of so
yeah,
like
that's why you like the table.
a criminal
You're
contempt thing versus the other one who did something that could be constructed as morally wrong. Like Ime is a moral situation
Yeah, definitely.
versus one who like took from.
And work ethic as well.
I don't think it had anything to work with because he was in NBA Finals. So obviously it couldn't have been that bad of a. I'm just
I'm
saying.
also just saying like ethics at work.
But see,
You're not
this,
supposed to philander with.
no. But see, that's the interesting concept. I
Not
think
supposed
that's
to
a
philander.
no, but that's a question I think that has come up that I think is interesting.
I'm just saying.
I've seen multiple people say multiple things. I've seen people say this.
But a lot of people met their Joan at work though.
I've seen a lot of people say, "Hey,
That's
relationships
not- that is.
at work are not okay,
Shout out to my
but
bitch
no
ass
one is
manager.
supposed to know." And I've heard people say that
I wanna-
relationships
I wanna
at
fight
work
that nigga so bad
are
at
just
you.
wrong, flat out, regardless. And
I
I've
wanna
heard people
shoot
say
him,
relationships
low-key.
at work are fine. Where do you stand? Relationships with coworkers, wrong. You can do it, just don't let nobody find out.
Wrong.
They super okay. Which of the three do you fall? And I'm only giving you three choices.
What if I said it like
got mine
two?
already.
What if I said
You
it
said
like,
wrong.
No, I said like 2 to 3 choices.
What are your two of the three you like?
I don't like your first choice, which said wrong. I'm not vibing with that.
It's wrong.
Because you never know.
I've been email.
Wow. My thing about relationships at work is that they're always messy, and I don't like messy unless if I don't have to
I
make it
can't
messy.
agree with you on that.
Shit get messy at work, bro. You don't
It only gets messy at work
You don't
if
shit
you
with me.
allow it to get messy at work, bro.
My thing about that, I get what you're saying, but my thing
me
about work,
allowing it is not her allowing it.
That's fine.
My-
Y'all
it's
have
to
to
the
both
tango,
be on the
baby.
same accord,
yes,
bro.
but my thing about work is that it's not about.
I've
the
had several work relationships.
my thing about work is that it's
I don't
not
think
about the
none
two,
of them
I've
has
never
ever blown
thought
up.
that you wanna say that on
Listen,
wax.
it's not about the two of y'all. It's not about the two of y'all.
Long
it's about
time
the
ago, I
others.
can do that.
It's about the others. That's the thing about work relationships. The two people who are in it, I don't never worry
Don't
about.
matter. It's
It's
the
about
others.
other people.
It
who,
surely is. So you gotta just.
And
It
that's
all
why it's
depends.
wrong, bro.
It all depends on like what your rank is at work,
Yes.
right? So like that's cool. Like okay,
If both of y'all rank high,
but let's say both of y'all not. Let's say it's a manager and an employee type shit.
is she under you?
Let's say you under her. Let's say you under her,
That's alright.
nigga.
You speaking
Don't.
from personal experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. Don't. Listen. We here. I'm
Listen.
working.
I'm here.
I'm working.
I'm
we
with you.
all working.
That's
But like, I'm not about to sit over here and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look out for me on the schedule here one time. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, you are gonna do that, but no, nigga. Like, yo, get your shit
you can do
in.
that as long as it's not documented. It's what can be proven.
What I'm
to
saying
HR,
is,
my nigga.
I'm a fan of it. Just don't get the E is crazy. You
My,
got
th-
caught
my
up.
thing. My thing about
He did it wrong.
Like
he
I said,
did it wrong.
That's
the
not saying
email versus
wrong.
the Brett Favre, I think I just want to stick there
Nah,
because I
Brett
think.
Favre was wild. The Brett Favre was wild.
But that's my thing.
Nigga,
Is
I-
that
millions.
my thing is one is a sensational story, one is a real story.
That ass a scheme.
Email is just for jokes. It's for like
Yeah.
while it's people's real lives, it's still a joke situation. Yo, someone cheating on their partner or their person is a joke situation. I don't
Jokes.
care. I don't care how you try to slice it. There's no way you're going to get me to feel morally like, oh, Ime is a no. He's just a Nigerian nigga.
This is one of the niggas that cheated this week.
He's just a Nigerian nigga. You know, as far as I'm concerned. Like someone asked me, what did you take from this? Oh, Ime is a Nigerian ass nigga. Like that's all I took from it.
He is who we thought they were.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, like that's just me being jokes. You know, like I know
that is.
I know there's plenty of you Nigerians who don't cheat. I'm not here to ruin your vibe.
What's the stigma?
But my point is that ultimately, like the Ime shit is for us to laugh at and talk about versus
Brett Favre
the
shit.
Brett Favre is when niggas need to be
true
like,
story,
yo,
bro.
like, yo, they didn't have running water in Jackson, Mississippi, and he tried to get $5 million from the government.
Bro.
Is that not your guy then?
No, he was my quarterback.
That's not your guy.
Charles has stood tall for Brett Favre in a minute.
I haven't,
Take a
yeah.
beat.
I haven't rode for Brett Favre crazy in a while. So
You can't be a Packer fan and not ride for Brett Favre.
see that's the thing about how you frame that. I don't think that's how that works.
Are you a R. Kelly fan?
Yeah.
So you can't ride. So you also can you be?
riding for kids?
No. My question would be: so you can't be like an R&B fan. Would you argue you can't be an R&B fan and not be R. Kelly?
Listen.
What do you mean?
In
Listen,
modern day society, Charles, that's a good question. High five.
because if I can't be a Packers fan
Charles,
and ride
how did you become a Packer fan?
Because of Brett Favre.
Okay.
How you come R&B fan?
Not because of R. Kelly.
I didn't say it was because of him.
And that's what he's trying to get at.
I know what he's trying to get at.
So,
but my point is that
how did you become
No.
a Packer
I
fan?
was genuinely asking. I did not think R. Kelly
Antonio
was attached to
Freeman,
that.
Antonio Freeman,
Care
Brett
about
Favre,
that. Brett Favre.
Bubba Franks,
Brett Favre.
Harris.
Al
Brett-
Harris, like
Brett-
I remember all, like that all of that. So yes,
Brett
it was that
Favre,
Packers
Who's
team.
the other dude with the dread? Mackenzie.
McKenzie, bro, all
Brett
of those
Favre is
Packers.
why you're there. Brett Favre is why everybody is there, bro.
That's fine. Listen, that is fine.
So it's
My
kind of
thing is that,
interesting
like,
to me
I would
for
say Sterling
Packers
Sharp,
fans.
but okay.
hella people. But my
Sterling Sharp changed Brett Favre's career,
question
low-key,
would be
like-
for you is just like
I'm a wide receiver nigga though.
you still listen to R. Kelly, correct?
We're not talking. We're not talking.
Answer
about
the question.
We're not talking. That.
No, because I think
haven't recently, but yes, if it came on, I would do it.
so. That's my
when
thing.
I was in Detroit,
when I
niggas
watch
rolled
Brett Favre
past.
highlights,
Came on-
yes. But am I
R. Kelly
about
came
to?
on, we was
Am I
in
about to
focus
like
the
go?
other
Am I about to go
Jamming.
search? No, I think that's the same type of way. I don't think once people do bad things, you're allowed to judge them for the bad things they do,
Or subjugate.
or at least decide how much you want to be involved with them. I don't think that's wrong. I think one thing is that you're
Hey,
hypocritical
Charles, you
to.
talking about words today. High five.
I think it's hypocritical to decide this person is like this person is this or that, because I don't think that is any human's place to decide. Hey, I'm not deciding Brett Favre is a bad person.
You want double
Or
up on
not.
high five? High five. No human is right. No
You
human is
know,
place.
it's not on me to decide if
We
Brett
can do
Favre
that.
is right or not. I can have my decisions on what he did, and I can
sure.
I can feel a way about him.
Can't judge
but
him, though.
ultimately, listen, maybe Brett Favre is like, yo, this is the way of the world, and this is how. Hey, God bless, let him do. I think it's fucked
May
up
Allah
what he.
open his doors.
I think it's fucked up what he did, and I can't fuck with someone who did something. So that's me. But if the next person wants to be like they still fuck with Brett Favre, it's not my time to.
He brought my favorite team to Super Bowl.
It's not really my issue. That's on you to decide. Just with the R. Kelly. Listen, I know everything, and listen, if you
I
don't,
don't see nothing wrong. Literally, this is what some niggas be saying. What he did.
I don't see. If you want to listen, that's on you. Like that is for you to decide how you feel.
It's not my
If
ministry.
the next one says they don't want to, that's fine too. Like that is they have made a decision that works for them. But I don't think it is for me to say, hey, you have to do X, Y, Z. I just don't. And honestly, there's only
That's a touchdown.
there are
He hit the tanny.
there are very few instances in this lifetime where I'm like,
I
yeah,
need
that is
it.
wrong
I need it. For
That's
my
what you
money.
needed it.
for a parlay.
I do need that. Yeah, for the parlay. For sure.
There are very few times where like I look at things and
I
I'm
didn't
like,
listen to
this
this
is
week. I
right or wrong.
apologize.
Most things are like, yo, there is subject to how it may or may not work. I love walkable cities. Walkable cities are amazing.
No, I love walkable cities as well.
I fucking love walkable
DC is
cities.
literally the most walkable city.
Oh, I don't know if I can argue that.
Can't argue that as well.
Yeah, I can't.
DC, you gotta go to.
I think DC
A
is
certain
walkable
spot.
within its corridor.
Yeah, you gotta be in that
Oh,
spot.
for
So if you're in the
I'm a
northeast, yeah.
corridor nigga. Like if I'm in this corridor, I'm in
Yeah,
this
it's
So the
like
northeast
it's like
is walkable,
it's
the
like 5
northwest-
corridors.
Yeah.
You can't be like, yeah, I
South-
can hit
yeah,
all
you
of these.
can't go from
jumps.
southwest to northeast.
When I was in
You can't walk
Detroit,
there.
I was
Unless you're
like,
in the metro.
I can do all of Detroit right here. I can do all of it. I did
See,
it.
that's the thing about cities, though. Cities are interesting to me.
And you were just in Chicago. You feel like you probably could have did all of Chicago.
All of down. See, that's the thing
All of
about
downtown Chicago?
That is the
And
that
that's
is
why I said all
that
of
is-
downtown Detroit. I
yes,
could do that.
and that's one thing I was telling wifey.
You can't do
I
all
was
of
like,
downtown DC.
where is downtown? That's my question.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
was
There's
my
some-
question.
that's
That
some
was
part of
my
his corridor
question
shit,
to-
bro.
That was my
I think
question to Charlie. Tell me where's
His
downtown
job to
DC?
our job.
That's
Valerie
still
Reese
like
does.
3 corridors though, bro.
Mook, you can,
Technically,
bro.
Mook, you can technically walk
We
that.
can still
Yes.
walk it, yeah.
Bro, I could be like, yo,
We
we
ass on the train
from the
though.
White
Bruh.
House. Basically, you're asking to walk from the White House
that's
to DuPont
That's
Circle.
1.8. That's 1.8 miles.
Like it's
You don't gotta tell
walkable.
me, nigga. I deliver
I
packages at
know,
work.
nigga. I know.
You don't
I
gotta tell
know.
me.
Bruh, you can do so much in all the miles, bro.
Nah, I'm hip.
All the miles, bro.
I
But
walked
that's the
from
kill.
Congress Heights. I mean, not Congress. I walked from
Columbia Heights.
Columbia Heights
Yeah.
to
Chinatown.
Connecticut Ave
Yeah.
with ease.
Yeah.
Because
Chinatown.
But that's you walking straight up either 16, 17, 14, 13,
that's my
shit
point.
like that.
There are
But
points in
there's
these.
so much to do along
It's
those
not
said
about
streets.
the things you can do within the. But that is not downtown.
For sure.
That has nothing to do. But that is a
To
very.
me, DC don't have no real downtown.
and
though.
that is my issue.
Yeah.
I think it
Downtown
depends.
for what though? If you're talking about
That's my thing.
Well,
Like, what
in-
time of the
in
day
a-
is it?
No. In the city, it's very simple.
No, I'm vibing with him on that.
No.
Nah, that ass DC's downtown changes depending on the time of day.
That's my point. That's not how downtown works. A downtown is a central area in which things happen. That is where a downtown. That is a down.
technically 17th where we work at is downtown.
That's my point.
but that's not.
Downtown.
But listen,
That's not downtown.
you ask a nigga that works at my job, my downtown is downtown.
I agree with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. So I be like, I'm
China-
downtown.
I
Sure.
get it.
Niggas be like,
Chinatown
no.
is always downtown.
Bruh.
That's why Chinatown.
That's what I'm saying.
New York Ave.
Chinatown.
Downtown.
That's my point.
Hear me.
But that is not a downtown is a central place in a city in which
Yeah.
things surround it. So
But
when
that's
you
why
go to
they got
Chicago,
center- that's why they got city center and shit
over
like that
Wacker
now
in
in DC.
Michigan,
Yeah.
that is their
Yeah.
downtown.
Philly,
the rivers,
what-
the
what's Philly
bridges.
jump? South Street? Or whatever?
South Street and
Yeah.
Broad. Once you
Yeah.
go, that is their downtown.
Yeah.
Like I literally could be like, "Yo, we're downtown
Downtown
Philly.
is- yeah.
We can walk up and down this.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta move your car.
I believe.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jokes. Niggas, that's what niggas gotta do. Like, bro, that is the vibe.
Hey, yo.
That is the vibe. Yeah, bro. Once niggas, there's no real downtown, bro.
No,
like
not here. Fuck
not
no.
here, bro. When I
Fuck
was in
no.
Chicago, I was like, yo, this is a downtown.
Yeah.
Like from here, bro. There's shops, there's foods, there's museums, there's bro.
Yeah.
There's no museum. There's no museum down DuPont.
John might be downtown.
That's
for
my.
real.
There's no museum down DuPont.
Yeah, because they be having the interactive, the video game, the motherfucking, all that shit down.
Like two different arena social down
That is
That's one John.
a
though.
museum. That's not
And
the
that's not really-
Smithsonian. All that
that's not
shit.
really a museum.
It is a place in which they have art.
Yes.
A museum is a different thing.
Yeah.
The Chicago Art
Like, we have
Institute.
exhibits here.
The Chicago Art Institute is next to Millennium Park, which is next to Wacker Street, which is next to Michigan, which is
Yeah.
like all of this is right
Just art
here.
shit. A bunch of art stuff.
It's not even that. The stadium is
Yeah,
literally
it's
like
right there.
10 minutes.
Which
Soldier
one is that,
Field.
Cubs or White Sox?
Soldier Field is literally
Oh,
like 10
shit.
minutes.
The Bears, nigga.
Like once you drive, bro.
The Bears.
Where's RFK in
And complexity to
and you
everything
to
else.
the rest of the city?
That's 8th Street corridor if you want to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
8th Street Corridor.
I don't know if you want to walk from.
Who would say 8th Street Corridor is downtown DC?
Not at all. But I also don't think you want to walk from Arcade
But
to
listen,
8th
but look
Street.
how but look how close 8th Street is to New York Ave, which we just said was downtown.
Touche. That's Bladensburg Road though.
But 8th Street at the end of it is New York Ave,
For sure.
Like, literally.
You gotta make a left on Bladensburg though.
or right on North Capitol,
Touche.
depending on where. So that's my point
Touche.
about this. This city is a very unique city, and
It's
where
a grid, bro.
it's bro. So everything you got to fit within your box, bro. There's niggas on the south side who like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas haven't mentioned us once, and we're like,
Yeah.
yes, because what are we
But I
doing?
fuck with the south
What are we
side
doing
crazy.
out there?
But which side is southeast and which side is southwest? Because I've been very confused since they built that damn baseball stadium.
there. North Capitol splits it up.
It's not. No, fuck that, Shirley. Because the baseball stadium's still southwest.
That's technically on the west side.
Yes,
No, it's on
yes. North Capitol literally splits it, bro.
Yeah, no, the bridge splits it, and the water splits it. 'Cause
Yes,
all
as
that
a
from the
as
water
a, as a
is
actual
southwest.
yes, as a geographical unit, but that's not how streets work.
Yeah, that's
so
what it
where
is.
North Capitol stops,
But
Oh, no, not no capital.
Son,
Look-
I send packages down there. That is
I'm-
Southwest.
I'm not arguing. I don't care to
like,
argue about
it's
the
Southwest.
geographic. I'm just telling you.
Park is
Yes.
1500 Southeast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it pops up address that way.
That's because that.
With zip code wise, it pops up as Southwest, bro. Because everything on the other side of South Capital is Southwest.
Bro, what you?
There's certain shit down there. That's why
It's literally
that's
on
why
the
you
left
got
of the
Navy
yes,
Yard
the left of the
Ballpark,
right, yes.
and then you got
Bro,
Waterfront.
what you're saying is true, but what I'm saying is that when you're on one side,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm hip.
versus the other side.
But if
That's
you actually go down there and look at the street signs, it says Southwest. Wallahi.
I'm gonna have to go there, but I don't think so.
Son, no. Son, we deliver packages down there today. And Cuz was dead ass confused. And he was like, bro, is it Southeast or Southwest? Because he from Baltimore. And I was like, what does the street sign say where you at right now? He said Southwest. I said, all right, bet, go by Southwest. And he was able to deliver the package. If he went by Southeast, it would have took him to the other side of the Anacostia.
You need to cross the bridge.
Yes. Which is shout out to that good man. That's what's the name bridge? Frederick Douglass.
oh. Now listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the city, like I said, just has too many corridors, and it's
For
not
sure.
that like other cities don't have that, because most cities have.
Because like the city low key represented by the zip code, so it's like people not trying to move over there if it's Southeast, regardless if it's by the motherfucking baseball stadium or not, or Saga Stadium. You market it Southwest, my nigga, them white people won't come. You show the baseball stadium in Southeast, no way,
No, I feel that.
no way are they coming to Anacostia.
It's the same. So
Exactly, they not coming to Berry Farms, nigga. Like what?
ain't no miracle.
Yeah.
Right. Only the basketball stadium. Only the basketball court now. And what's the?
I love walkable
middle
cities,
school,
though.
Elementary school.
My
behind
ultimate point is I love walkable cities.
For sure.
And I'm a fan of walkable cities. More walkable cities. Line greater than Carisha baby daddy. Y'all saw that?
that. You said lying.
Yeah. So Southside, who is the father, I think, of Carisha's second child.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He said
Southside's
that.
a great producer though.
Yeah, he said that it's funny they're calling him Carisha's baby daddy. The game is nasty. They call him
Nigga
Carisha's.
is a platinum selling producer.
Yeah, they call him Carisha's baby
10
daddy
times over.
because he got on the internet saying that Diddy is basically broke from buying Carisha a new G-Wagon. And my thing is that when you're hurt, you lie sometimes.
For sure.
And that's okay. Like,
I did that all last year.
you know what? That's good. You know, sometimes we gotta be honest.
Yeah,
My thing
yeah,
about it is that, like, especially as men, we gotta be
self-aware
honest.
and I'm accountable for
Like,
my actions.
You don't have more money than Diddy.
I
And it's
don't.
okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Diddy just bought your girl a
baby mother.
really nice whip.
That's what I'm trying to be on. The
So-
one that stepped up.
So because that's the case, I get why you're a bit upset, but you don't have to lie.
My
Like
brother sent a
lying
bike for
doesn't
Christmas,
do
fuck nigga.
lying doesn't do anybody any good. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Like lying about the fact that Diddy is broke is not.
That's never gonna. That's not true.
That's not gonna change the fact
It
that.
hasn't been true in like 30 years. Honestly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not changing the fact that your baby mama had.
She can push a button and she can hydraulic that motherfucker.
You know, it's also not changing the fact that like Diddy, you know, he bought her that car.
Damn, you scored, Charles.
That is just the game. That is just the game. Like the game is the game. How you feel about that?
It's not low key. I'd be happy if somebody bought my baby mother, motherfucking.
You
I don't
think
got
so?
no baby mothers, but shit, we not together no more. Yeah, you still losing, but I wouldn't be upset. Like we not together no more. Another dude that you happen to be with bought you a car, so obviously he's taking care of you. So why would I be upset? Like, ain't that what I want? You ain't hit my pockets. The fuck? I ain't pay for that motherfucker. I would be thoroughly excited for you to be with a nigga that is buying you a Maybach truck, Maybach Benz truck at that. So it's just like, why are niggas like this? Like, oh yeah, baby, go ahead. That means you can get less child support if you fucking with a nigga like Diddy. Like, if he's on papers. So it's just like, no, bro. Like, I would never hate on a nigga if my ex jump or baby mother is making more money than me. It's just like, oh yeah, bet. That means it's less money out of my pocket.
You know what I'm about to come into? You know, when kids, someone bought one of your ladies the mother of your children a really nice car.
One of them, I'd be like Chris said, I'm super accepting of this. I love that.
Thank you.
Take the burden off my plate.
High five.
Tell this woman.
You've been accepting high fives tonight, sir. Good
Tell
job.
this woman leave me alone.
Son,
You know
what?
I'm saying? Like enjoy.
I'm a
it.
ghost. You with me? I'm King Casper.
Enjoy that. But the other one, if the other
Now
one's
we
like,
Here we go.
hold on, he did what for that?
Let's pour a shot.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now
Take
we,
a shot for that.
we gotta have a conversation.
Whoa.
We gotta have a conversation at this point.
Is that right?
Yeah, my cup right here. We can take a shot.
Why is that?
I don't have a cup, so
You got a cup right here.
Oh,
Charles.
wow.
You can't stop playing me.
maybe I do have a cup. Niggas is potty.
What I've been doing lately is
I think about-
practicing
you know what's funny, though?
the discretion lately.
You know what's
I
funny
ain't
though?
doing that.
My dad has an ex-wife, and he's married to my mom. And I'm gonna ask him this in person, but I think he wouldn't. I think
be
he
there for
would.
it.
I think he wouldn't be upset. I think he would.
Coffee run nigga.
I think he wouldn't be upset. I think he would be like, all right, hey. But I definitely think like, for example, like if my mother, so basically if my brother's father bought my mother something, I don't think my dad would be upset.
At all.
I think he'd be like, hey.
Bet.
Now,
If your father's baby mother bought your father something, your mother definitely would be beefing.
that's what I'm curious about. I know. I think she'd be shady. I don't know if she'd be beefing though. I think she.
In shady level of beefing?
To an extent. So you're right. I think you. But I think it's more of a.
I feel that. Surface
Yeah,
level type thing
exactly,
than
versus
in depth. Yeah, just like.
So I think that's what my argument would be.
Yeah. But why would I be mad at somebody that did something I can't do?
But can you not do, or do you not want to do? See, for we know.
Ooh, Charles, high five.
Because-
y'all see y'all doing
No,
some
because my thing about the South Side is that I wonder if South Side because could he maybe
Definitely.
but would that put
he
him?
has one.
No, but my thing is that
All red.
if you do that, does that put you? My thing about it is that for most things,
He can buy
like
her. Son, he could
didn't
buy.
even buy her a yacht.
He
He
did.
bought her a car that is very expensive, but I think Southside could
Can
probably
afford
buy
that.
a
Yeah.
very expensive
And
car.
I feel like that's why he said he Diddy's broke.
But that's the issue about that.
'Cause
We
it's like
know
if
Diddy
I had-
isn't broke though.
Yeah, but I think Southside is speaking from a perspective. We said this earlier.
Yeah.
Everything's perspective.
For sure.
If I feel like Southside is a hood nigga, because at the end of the day we cannot forget that Southside is a hood nigga. If I have a hood nigga's perspective on this, if I'm thinking from a nigga that has Diddy's money, I'm not buying my junk a $300,000 truck.
You gonna buy her a Phantom?
A Phantom is only 100,000 more than that. So if I have Diddy money, I think that's more so what Southside is speaking to.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I think like I'm into the trap world. Hip to Southside since when Waka Flocka brought him on to the 1017 clique, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they blood gang, all that. When like Southside makes a lot of money. Because any beat that he produces, he gets a percentage on the distribution and all that other shit that goes onto the paperwork. So it's just like, if I'm thinking from his perspective, yes, I wouldn't say, with a nigga with money, from another nigga with money, I think it's just like, and you got more money than me, I think that's why he said Diddy's broke. Me personally, I would never say either of them niggas are broke.
Well, all of that is relative.
Yeah,
So.
but it's just like, even if I had their money, which I don't, but it's just like, I don't think anyone's broke. It's just like, bro, you did what you did for what you did, and you got paid for it, my nigga. Like, you were compensated. But at the same time, it's just like, I think that's where he was coming from, because I feel like he probably would have bought Carisha a yacht, but he didn't. Going back to what you said about people buying you stuff, and your gifts are gifts, and wearing a certain era of the world. What'd you say? This was C word, Charles.
Conundrum.
No, the other C word
Coup.
before that. The other one. Some type of society.
Civilized.
No, we're not civilized. Money involved.
Capitalist.
Capitalistic society, god damn it. I could not think of that to save my life. But we are in a capitalistic society. So I feel like that's where he may think the way he was thinking. Full circle moment.
I'm not mad. For me personally, it's just like lying don't get us nowhere.
It doesn't.
That's one thing I do believe. And Diddy ain't broke.
Nowhere near.
So
it.
like to be like yo,
He's making money off Carisha.
to be like Diddy
I
is
feel like that's why he bought the truck.
to be like Diddy is whack.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for.
Facts. Because he didn't think her podcast was going to hurt or whatever it is was going to do what it did.
That could be a good point.
And then shorty, and that junk did numbers with the 3 interviews that it did. And it was just like, oh, you bet. The money you made me off of your interviews, off of this short amount of time, you get a Bentley truck, my nigga. Or a Maybach truck. And I was just like, all right, whatever, cool, shit. Damn, bitch, you working hard. If I was her baby, I'm like, yeah. Proud of her. You better kick your feet up, Southside. You bullshit.
Not proud of her.
Shit, me, proud of her.
You felt it?
Hell yeah.
So what do we think about that relationship dynamic?
Let me take a shot. Which one?
Diddy and Carisha.
I'm with that. Older niggas stay with like and younger jumps, so it's just like, wow, James. We caught that on camera too. It's a little nasty. Yeah. I didn't want to say that out loud, but I'm glad you did.
Who poured these shots?
I did. I apologize because I butchered all of us.
Where's the Fanta?
Oh my God. I felt that in my teeth.
You know how to ask. I was like, man, they poured these again?
Nah.
See,
I
that's
apologize.
everybody think it's always me. Everybody always think it's me.
I fucked us up on that one, champ.
Ooh.
Sorry.
We gonna push through though.
For sure.
All right.
Need
There's
some
a lot of
tobacco.
baseball records nobody seems to care
I
about.
need some tobacco out of that one. Cuz broke the joint yesterday, didn't
He's still at 60 home runs.
he? Okay.
Does anybody care about that? That's my question. I work in sports media, and I've been seeing people talk about like the real single season home run record. Is that something you care about?
Single season home run record?
Yeah, I think the average Joe cares to just say that, oh yeah, I seen when the nigga broke it.
But he's not gonna get 73.
He's not.
So that's the thing.
But like,
The record
we
is
were
like-
down here and it was like, oh, he's gonna get
You
50.
talking about Stan, right? I mean,
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. Yeah.
He was down here like a month ago. I was like, oh, he's gonna get 50.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So now we're sitting right here right now, like, oh, he's getting 60.
I never agreed that he was going to 73.
No,
We
we
never
we,
said
we,
60.
we knew we
We
knew
never
he
said
wasn't getting 73 because we
But it
don't
was
know
just
he's
like-
in bonds.
Yeah,
For sure.
It was just like, okay, we're doing 50, doing 60 now. I think people do care about it. Nigga, when they played the game tonight, it was like they did the half screen of like Yankees game and
That was in.
yeah, like people care about it. Like this is historic at the end of the day. Granted, do we ultimately care about baseball? No, we don't. We don't.
My thing is that like, do we? My thing is
I
that
loved your honesty just now.
We don't.
You looked at nigga smack in his face. No.
Bro, we don't care about baseball.
No.
but
we
my
don't.
question, but my also the question is that like, the record is 73.
But what was the what's the glory about him doing like?
Son, you know how many home runs he went through
the AL
before he
record
got
is
to this?
61.
Right.
Okay, so now we're waiting for him to do.
So 62. So my thing about it is
How
that,
many
like,
games left? Like
10.
October starts the.
Yeah, 10, he got 10 games left.
So he's got 10
I'm saying-
games to hit one home run.
Two. Two to beat the record. One to
Depending-
10.
got 10 games.
Depending on wild card starts October 5th.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he got 10 games to hit two home runs.
Yeah.
So now it's like a home run watch.
Yeah.
You telling me nobody's gonna watch that?
No, I don't deny what you're saying. My thing about it is
I don't know if casual sports fans actually tune in.
when
to that.
LeBron James and Steph Curry were in the finals for 4 straight years, every year the finals came on,
It was
niggas
the
was
most
was-
watched sporting
niggas
event
was
for that year.
Nah, the Super Bowl.
So you're
always.
not saying that the same way they just pictured Aaron Judge tonight.
I can honestly say that the college football playoffs superseded that as well.
Niggas pictured Aaron
Alabama
Judge
versus
tonight
Clemson.
on
No,
a Monday night fucking football game, bro.
No,
They never put baseball on them
I
fucking
get what you're saying.
picture.
I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but I'm just
They
saying,
rarely put it
is
on
it
Monday
is it
nights.
up to the standard that I think some of these things that we've talked about, like historical, like, bro, when the Super Bowl comes on,
Bro,
there
so
are 50 million people caring about it during the game and leading up to it.
let's talk baseball,
Way
right?
more this year because Rihanna's gonna be performing.
That's fine. Let's talk baseball, right?
Shout
When we
out
talk
Riri.
baseball, what do we talk?
History,
Barry Bonds.
yeah. Hank
We
Aaron.
talk Hank Aaron.
Willie
We talk
Mays.
Pujols,
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out
talking
Albert
about-
Pujols got 700.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's my
Page
point.
ass
He got
nigga.
700.
We're talking about guys
no one
that-
cared.
No one cared about 700.
That's kind of nuts.
That's my point.
bro.
And that is
kinda
my
nuts.
There was
point.
no media
kinda
coverage
nuts.
of it.
I don't even like
us
baseball.
three niggas
That shit
cared.
I don't even like baseball.
Bro, that shit happened
Us
on
three
Friday.
niggas cared.
I tweeted it and literally like 3
One
people on my
retweet.
time. D Cage and my homie my other homie who works for ESPN. The only 2 people on my timeline.
That's
And random with this girl
nasty.
who I know works for the
That's
MLB
nasty.
network.
It's nasty.
Literally, the 4 people who I seen talking about that shit
And niggas thought Albert Pujols was gonna do the 700 when he was in
in
St. Louis.
Bro, he had to come back to St. Louis to end it.
Yes. The first time is what I was talking about. That's what I meant. It's just like, come on, bro. Like, the 700, like,
And that's my point. My thing
that
is
shit
that
was
like
wild. Like, nobody talking about
a
it.
nigga just hit 700 home runs and niggas was just like,
Oh, okay.
okay.
It was literally a movie about that. Shout out, rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
Mr. 3000.
Mr. 3000.
Okay.
Bro,
But
my,
he
my,
was
my
also
thing,
3K, 700, and some other shit. Like, he broke some records.
my thing about baseball is that I think people don't care no more because baseball isn't popular. I don't think it has anything to do with steroids. I think baseball is just not as popular. Bro, LeBron James is about to pass Kareem, and I promise you, as soon as we get to this season, all you're gonna
That's
hear
all they
about.
talk about is LeBron passing Kareem.
As soon as we get to like the NBA season really starts up, they're gonna let you know.
At least by December.
Oh, LeBron is and we're gonna talk about this shit all the fucking time.
Until February. Because he's
Albert
going to break that
Pujols-
record by February.
Listen, Albert Pujols we could have been talking about Albert Pujols all year, and albeit he started hitting home runs late, but this should have been 700 out.
What's
700.
late, though, Charles, in baseball?
That's true. 162 games. But he just started hitting home runs in like August. Like he hit
what I'm saying.
he hit like 13 home runs between August
But
and
that's
September.
2 months in, though. 3 months in. Because the season
May,
started
June,
May,
July.
June, July, August. Yeah, that's 3 months in. So he getting in his
But
groove.
that's the thing. It's a well, no one got time for a 42-year-old to get on his groove. Like that's not what the sports world is about.
No, for sure.
Like that's just the truth of the matter.
Niggas
Like
speaking for Tom Brady in 17 games. I'm tired of this.
your jokes. Listen, man. This was a good pod. We had a lot of things. I just need to address one more thing. The WNBA finals happened. Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. I feel like we talked a lot about the WNBA on the podcast, and it's only right that we acknowledge my shorties because they won. So shout out to the Aces. I had y'all the whole time. Shout out Chelsea Gray, finals MVP.
I did too. I said the Aces was gonna win in 5.
They won in 4. Shout out to Aja.
They were the better team.
Shout out to Aja. She got her college championship. Now she got the WNBA finals, Olympic gold medal. She is one of them. So shout out to her. She a real one. Like I said, shout out Kelsey Plum. She was lit. And shout out to just the Vegas Aces. Listen, I think women's sports are fine. I just think people need to care more. And I think like everyone needs to care more. Like the women who like women's sports are a very particular type of group of women, and we need to keep this shit 100. Like women like the woman who likes the NBA doesn't like the WNBA, and I think that's the issue. Like I know girls who like, oh, I love Derrick Rose, and they watch some Bulls games back in the day. I don't know how many girls just are like, yo, I'm about to watch the WNBA, and I think that's ultimately the biggest issue. So like, you listen. We have a woman in here who just laughed at that, and I'm glad that I didn't have to prompt her. I didn't have to. She laughed on that on her own accord because she knows it's true. Like, bro, there are women. I know plenty of women who like, they like sports. They have no problem watching the sport, and they don't. And they won't watch the WNBA. They'll be like, "What am I watching this for?" They would literally tell you that. And I'm not talking about men. No, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about women. So like, don't hit me with like. There's plenty of women who don't like the WNBA either. So and you know what? And you know what this goes back to? This goes back to high school. How many times were we in high school and the girls about to play, and there'd be a girl be like, I don't know why I'm going to the boys game. Like this is not something that just happens because people are like grown. No, this is some shit that is ingrained in kids since they turn like 14, 15 years old. So like, support women's sports early so that girls are like, yo, I want to see the girls play just as much as I want to see the guys play. That way, they'll want to watch the WNBA. Like Paige Buckers is a bucket.
For sure. Bam a bucket though.
You know what I'm saying? Like Aziza Fudd is a bucket.
High five.
Aaliyah Boston is a bucket. Like all these
One more
shorties
time.
are bucket. Like
Should have went pro, but she was 1 year too short.
you should want to watch them play because they're good basketball,
Great basketball.
regardless of anything. So
I don't even know what the hell I came in at.
if
but
you want to watch
I
them,
liked it.
if you want to watch them early, and you care about them early enough in their existence, you always gonna be fans of them. So
Right.
I'm team fuck with the shorties
If the
early.
women's sports good, that mean men's sports good too. Low key.
I mean,
Because they get their skill from them, man. And then it's like,
you know what's
however
crazy?
you may
This
say it.
is a
Even
hot.
though I learned how to shoot
I don't know
from
if
a
this
woman.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I used to be like, yo, before Steph Curry, I used to be like, yo, women shoot the three better than the men.
That's a fact.
And I don't know why, like maybe that was just a thought process.
No, it's not. I learned
But,
how to
like,
shoot the ball from a
Before
woman.
Steph Curry, I was like, yo, women definitely are better 3-point shooters than men.
Way more
Steph
fundamentally
Curry is
sound.
literally the person who changed that.
Fundamentally sound, bro. Like when it comes to actually shooting the basketball, like women.
Like
are
I
way
know there was the
better at
Ray
it.
Allens of the world, but like
Yeah.
I still was like, oh yeah, women just shoot better than men.
Because like even certain women, if you watch the WNBA
And
game,
then Steph Curry came around and it was like, no way.
if you watch the WNBA game, bro,
It's like, niggas can just shoot, niggas can do this too.
yeah,
Ooh.
certain women stomp their foot depending on which arm they shoot with, so they can point it to the basket and come up and get the correct follow through. And I learned that in high school. And so just like they're way more fundamentally sound. Like if you enjoy the sport of basketball, then definitely.
Ooh.
But yeah, shooting the ball and dribbling, women were definitely better at that before I think Kyrie and
Ooh.
Steph Curry came into it because they had way more control over the ball. Like the whole you got on the shoe strength thing, like Tim Hardaway and all them were underrated, so they weren't necessarily paying attention.
I like the vibes. Anything else you got? Think about it in another episode.
Niggas never
I'm
talk
waiting for my
about-
food to get here.
Niggas never talk about Ross Strickland.
Order something
and
off
his
the
handles.
DoorDash.
What you get?
I got some Applebee's.
Oh, high five.
Mook's been high fiving tonight, boy.
Yeah, baby, I ain't feel like partying today, but y'all got me my y'all got
some
my energy,
Applebee's.
y'all got my spirits up.
I actually was going to be like, do we want to go to Jasper's? But I
appreciate
didn't want to
y'all.
leave.
I'm sorry.
I didn't.
I love that.
Yeah, I ain't eat. I would love to go.
Man, take me to the station, champ. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Shit, CD. I need some food.
Niggas really trying to trade me.
I love it.
Yeah, we can go to Jasper's as soon as the food comes. We can go. I'll just wait. Let the food come. When we go, we pull up. I'm just going,
Let me get one more shot.
I'm about to say, we can probably go to No.
Yeah, you know what y'all trying to
Yeah,
baby. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I banged out. I ain't old. But that's similar to mine, though. No,
Anything else before we leave?
Let you know, that's similar to mine or not? This one, no. Yours similar to mine?
You got a little more.
Okay, say no more.
Oh my God. CD caught it. Jesus Christ.
Some great football going on right now. Anything else before we leave?
All I gotta say is Dak Prescott is a better quarterback coach than quarterback.
Wow.
CD.
I'm not mad at the take.
Look at this nigga. Hold on.
Anything else before we leave? Mook?
Cook your ass. And give me that. Pat.
That's
2-2.
all right.
Pat.
2-2.
Get that back at Oklahoma State.
Pat. And that's it.
That was a great
And
catch.
he tucked it too.
Great catch.
He caught it with the left.
Pat.
And tucked it.
Pat.
Had
It's
full
over.
control.
It's over.
Great catch.
It's over.
Anything you got before we leave?
Yeah. Never bet your money with the Giants. Never do that. I can't believe I did that tonight.
Shout out to all the stepfathers out there, you know what I'm saying? We doing great
Yeah.
things out
Hey,
here.
Byron,
Kids
cut that
live.
shit right now, please.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
cut
saying?
that shit.
It's not about who did
Byron,
what, but who
cut
stepped
it
up,
right
baby.
now.
You know me.
Cut it